the big game. Now, of course, speaking of big game, this one is a pretty big game in my books as well, as the Sky Kings going up against the Dark Claws comes down all the way to the T. And this is literally the final game that we gotta have to see for this very series itself. Down the wire, which team would it be to be able to get themselves yet another point in this group stage? Would it be Onic Esports, or would it be Evos Holy for the Kingdom?
Whoa, Badang! Oh my goodness, now that's new! Punching the sky to reveal the Snapdragon Pro Series logo. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to an absolute banger of a game, because at this point, every match in Group B will be a banger. Every game, we don't know who's going to the knockout stage from Group B, and it's all in the hands of Onic Esports and Evos Holy. Their fates need to be sealed right here. Do they go and win, or is it a 1 point unlucky for them?
Turns out this whole time, Group B stood for banger, right? As these teams just want to bring it all the way to the finish line. Looking at the emblem setups right now, nothing too out of the ordinary. Reggie actually going for Concussive Blast with Vengeance here, so no Brave Bite, just going straight up for lane clear as well as straight up tankiness, so that he is able to form the secondary front line for Evos Holy.
B for Badang as well, maybe, right? We've seen a whole lot of Badang. Kyrie, lethal take. Goes for the Surge too. Has already committed the Retribution, but knows he has the advantage when it comes to just level 3. Will walk up onto Albert. Another Queller, and oh, Albert is the one who picks it up, I believe.
But it looks like Kyrie actually still has that slight EXP advantage thanks to the Suyo clear speed. So things are still pretty even for now. In terms of lane priority we're looking at here, I think the mid lane prio is actually more even this game. So we shouldn't see either side having just straight up superior rotations, but Reggie now in trouble.
Yeah, oh, there you go. Lucas getting bullied by the Phoveus is already something we knew, but you add a Cho in and it's the double bully now. So much pressure, so much tempo on in the first few minutes for Cho in the mid lane. That was Heat. Waiting, goes over to Sun, Shunpu away from 1. Now goes back in, and Suns should be already at level 4 with Lippy.
Albert trying to look to steal this, but there's so many members of Onic here at the Turtle Pit.
Weller charged in, Retribution on point from Kyrie. Reggie walks up. Lippy. Pursuit. Reggie should be able to walk away. Still Keyboy. No level 4 just yet. Vengeance already baited out. Reggie will use it, but still, it's too much damage from Kai Lutpi. Ooh, flicker forward there. Depes at good wings by wings to escape from it, and it's an orange buff take on top of a turtle for Onic Esports.
And this is kind of an issue that we have seen with Lucas throughout SPS, right? He can be very effective in displacing and being a secondary frontliner, but once you're in, you're not usually going to have much of a way out. I think if he used the Vengeance earlier, maybe he could have survived a little longer, but it wouldn't have made much a difference in the end, as Onic already had full control over the Turtle Pit, some great position from... and that's the Soul Sever, right? Suyo has so much inbuilt damage that even heroes like Hylos have difficulty dealing with him.
Oh, Keyboy! Great kick! G2, no flicker! Did they just read that out, or did he scout Albert before? Keyboy!
I mean, that's just classic Keyboy right there.
That's just Keyboy!
He hasn't been having the most consistent performance in SPS, but when he shines, boy, does he burn bright. Catching out Albert on his rotation, getting the kick right in place, and even giving an assist to Savero to help him get some extra gold instantly. We see Onic already having that 1.5k lead before the 4-minute mark. So this is one of the biggest gold advantages we've seen so far in this series. And Onic is going to want to continue building up on that. Keyboy on this show is very clearly out-rotating Key right now.
And you can see, even the observers want you to pay attention on Keyboy here. To Keyboy. Turtle number 2 spawning in 10 seconds. Kyrie securing the Hunter Strike. And for Evos Holy, I don't know. Again, with the high-lows, you do have ways to move on the map, similar to the Cho. But again, for me, I really just like having at least a Tigreal here to at least be able to force out some fights. He's been very passive on the high-lows, and the turtle will be taken from by Kyrie. No contest. It's a trade down below. Savero in a bad spot, gets taken down. Keyboy walks up, Deficit flickers away. Now kick back under, concussive blast there. Keyboy might be able to get the assassination. Shunpu out of the way, still stunned up and taken down by Erlan. So the turtle gets traded for 2 kills.
I like the choice here that was made by Evos. It's very textbook MLBB. You're not able to contest the neutral objective, so you try to make something happen on the opposite side of the map instead. Slowing down Savero, even managing to pick up Keyboy and saving Deficit with a really nice entrance timing from the high-lows. Glorious Pathway keeping the Farsa topped up with the Revitalize meant that Onic could no longer prolong that fight. This is the way that Evos needs to approach this game, right? They already know for sure they don't have EXP lane priority. I can't believe Key didn't get cancelled there.
Yeah.
But yes, Evos has ways of responding. They just gotta continue playing the map in this way.
And for Onic, it is back to waiting for neutral objectives then. Conceal. Keyboy knows there's no flicker. Jiku, no flicker. Keyboy clean with it. And the follow-up is there from Sans. Frigid Glacier, a free pickoff on Deficit.
The Farsa used to flying, but not usually at someone else's command. As Keyboy is able to find a really nice target. Deficit saw him, couldn't even respond in time. We have to note, the Farsa did go for Flicker over the Purify. So that does mean it's a lot easier for the Cho to be able to catch her.
Now they're looking for the turret up top. They know the Lucas was spotted last time in the bottom lane. Keyboy will hold that position to stop Reggie from walking up. Actually, he does let Reggie walk up. He knows that Kyrie will still be able to get a turret, no problem. And now they can rotate down below. Kyrie 3 levels ahead of Albert.
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up if you didn't.
Whoa.
Level 11, he's literally 3 levels ahead of everyone else in the game. Kyrie is farming so fast off of that early lead that he was given. Already has the War Axe. I'm pretty sure that's like his second item after the Hunter Strike as well. Make that 4 levels now.
Oh my lord.
This is the biggest jungle gap I have seen in a while.
You're right, man. Now it's Reggie walking up Keyboy. You have to go for Jiku. Now jumping again, Lutpi, Infernal Pursuit. Turtle gets resetted. Erlan pops into Zaman Force. Now as Key walks up. Feather Airstrike baited out. Lutpi flickers out of that zone. Kyrie Immortal form taking some damage, but it's the damage reduction. Keyboy walking back again with a conceal. Now it's the jump back line. Erlan together in the back, trying to hide away from Lutpi. Now it's Avero who joins in with the SOD. Dealing damage, but not enough. That's a stun on the Lutpi. And Albert secures the turtle. Keyboy walking back. Lutpi isolated. Clinical from Evos.
I was already preparing myself to say that Onic is taking this fight so smartly, right? The disengage, the timing is good.
Wow.
But Reggie, in a single fell swoop, disrupts their positioning entirely. We mentioned Lucas can have his weaknesses, but he also has some strengths to make up for it. That flash combo pushing away 2 key members of Onic and bursting them down to half HP, letting Albert finish off Kyrie with the Ogi Shadow kill, immediately boosts him up 2 levels, narrows the gold difference to nothing for Onic Esports, and that's just how quickly the game can swing nowadays. Kyrie, he still has the EXP advantage, but Onic Esports now actually does need to respect their positioning in these neutral standpoints.
And also, it's the fact that Evos were able to bring Lutpi to the back. Once Lutpi went in, you can see a clear split in the team fight. And if, again, the Lucas doesn't get matched up by the Phobias, it'll be very easy for Lucas to just dive in onto the rest of the team, right? You saw that earlier. Kyrie couldn't really respond properly to the Lucas, and again, Lutpi wasn't really able to create the same impact as Lucas if they're split up. I think the Phobias now for Lutpi, he needs to try to adapt in a way where he plays together with the team. He needs to be the one to disrupt the movement of Lucas, to disrupt the all-in of Lucas.
The funny thing is, the job of Reggie and Lutpi in this game are kind of similar in that they both want to dive the back line and just buy as much time as possible from multiple members, right? So Lutpi, up until now, his job has basically been to target Erlan or Albert if possible. But now, as you mentioned, Mirko, he might need to pay a bit more attention to Reggie specifically to make sure that the Lucas isn't able to funnel Onic into a tight spot the same way as before. They cannot afford for something like that to happen again, because the gold lead is already gone, and Evos Holy have regained the map control that they basically haven't had since the beginning of the game.
Keyboy again with conceal, goes into the back deficit, gets kicked back. There's no follow-up though. Frigid Glacier goes wide. Keyboy taken down. Reggie on the other side, able to go and bait out some skills, but in the end, still gets soul severed by Kyrie despite the vengeance. 1-for-1, Keyboy for Reggie. Ends up being worth it for Evos Holy, but Lippy opens it up again. Now jumping with Infernal Pursuit, able to get some sustain down, and that's a freeze onto Albert by Sans. Shadow Kill though, still comes through. Albert very low, gets taken down. Now it's a Zaman Force. Erlan trying to make the most out of the situation. SOD, the pin down. Savero gets the pin for Sans to secure a triple kill.
So many things just happened right there. The fight started with Keyboy trying to kick deficit, got cancelled by Reggie. Evo stick around, continue taking the fight, but without their frontliner, Onic can now die.
And Keyboy, he's got a personal vendetta against Deppez. Every single time he sees the Farsa, it's a kick to the face.
I mean, Keyboy, he sees Deposit without Purify and he takes it as a personal attack. You know, you think I'm not gonna punish you for not respecting the way of the dragon here? And that's exactly what's happening. Deposit getting a bit of a feel for what Sans was experiencing in Game 1. The moment you get anywhere remotely close to Onic, your life is forfeit. And Sans looking a lot more comfortable now as well. 4-0-4 on the Aurora, able to stand in the backline and continue freezing and setting up. Evos Holy has good burst damage, but they're not able to control the team fight well enough because Sans is just a consistent thorn in their side.
Mid lane turret siege for Onic Esports. Keyboy, no flicker just yet, but it will be up in just a bit. Kyrie constantly putting the pressure down with the poke. Erlan finally securing the Holy Crystal 11 minutes in. Lord up top, Holy Defenses have been popped in. I don't believe the top side Holy Defenses, but actually it has by just the minions. So still for Onic, they're trying to just shove it in. So two Holy Defenses popped already, and I think for Onic, that will mark the end of the siege.
The end of the siege, but the beginning of the end for Evos Holy. Those Holy defenses are very important for being able to hold later waves, which are going to get just tankier and tankier as the game goes on. And they're already lacking damage at this stage. We're 12 minutes in. Onic still sitting on a very comfortable 5k gold lead. Malefic Gun just completed on Savero, so now it's even easier for him to be part of the fight.
Exploit contest here. They really want to give Alpha this triple belt, but I don't think it's possible. Erlan has the Demonic Force proc on him, but there's no way Lippy takes that. It's just additional pressure put in. And again, for the Phobias, it is the Thunderbelt build. More of just, Keyboy. Looking for a cheek into the cheek. No, gets the way the dragon. Is it going to be followed up? Frigid Glacier! Sans finds the ankle! Albert is down. Lippy now holding Reggie back, stunned by the surge. Not frozen though. He gets away with the anti-CC built in the kit, but still Albert is down.
That is the epitome of experience and faith. Keyboy baiting out the Ogi Shadow Kill, going for the kick regardless of angle, knowing his team is there.
Vengeance is still down, Sans! The glowing one tick gets him down. Now 6-0-4.
Onic Esports looked at Evos. They thought that they were in a comfortable spot after winning Game 1, and Sans is just saying, hey, chill out, guys. We're still here to play after all. Onic Esports has just too much teamfight control. They have too much burst. Their lead is massive. BOD completed for Kyrie as well. I don't know if Evos Holy has what it takes to be able to return this game anymore. Their course is... hold on.
Losing immortality for the airstrike down. Glorious Pathway gets placed in as well to slow him down for the feather airstrike to deal more damage, but Keyboy flickers out in time. Now, Evos holding control. They've used quite a bit of resources here. 3 ultimates down, so they cannot push on forward despite getting Keyboy to recall.
That's 3 ultimates spent just to kill the immortality on the enemy roamer. You have to imagine just how that really looks from an objective standpoint, right? Evos Holy, they're very behind. They do have the damage, but they gotta take their initiation so carefully. Keyboy thus far has been dictating the pace of every single engagement. Key now trying to get in some of the action.
Zaman forcing the feather airstrike again, but this time it is baited out again. 3 ultimates. Key, Erlan, Deposit. will have to move back. Kyrie charging the surge. Keyboy, Jikundo. Shenfu back. Key forced to recall. Lippy at half.
You can tell Onic Esports is feeling it. They're not showing any signs of desperation. They're looking very comfortable, very disciplined. They know they don't have to force things to happen. They can just wait. They can keep teasing Evos Holy, forcing them to use resources, waste cooldowns when they really don't have to, because they are in full control.
Well played. Rose Gold Meteor. That's the Rose Gold dog. For Savero, full items. He didn't get to the full items in the previous game. He wants to break his own record now. In 14 minutes with the RGM. So it's going to be very tough for Evos to get him down, even with the poke.
Yeah, Erlan's not too far behind, all things considered. Only one item away, but the rest of Evos Holy is where the problem stands. Their tanks cannot tank. And if your tanks can't do that, your DPS can't really do their job either. Mid inhibitor just falls like that. Onic not even bothering to sync the waves because they know that they're in such a comfortable position, they can just wait for them to connect anyway.
Lurch Pape again, good Spear of Misery to pin him down now as they dive into the back again. Savero gonna be able to dash away. One more time, the kick from Keyboy! Stands next to Savero, gets the kick, and now with Albert down, Keyboy walks up again. The knockup into the freeze. Sans is godlike. That is another base turret down below. Another one up top. Onic looking to go for the end
of Evos Holy 3v4 situation. Zamanforce committed again, but they can't stop them.
Reggie walking up again. Savero turret locking. A reverse sweep in Stream A for Onic versus Evos.
Ooh, despite their best efforts, looks like the Dark Horses were not able to take down the Sky Kings after all.